Sooners continue to roll, but could the close calls in their past few games signal danger ahead? From the Dodge Sports Desk, I'm Jenni Carlson, and this is the OU basketball edition of Bedlam Nation Conversation with John Helsley. All right, John, Oklahoma had 3 close calls last week at Iowa State. Then they were home against Texas A&M and Colorado. All close games. Is this a sign of trouble for the Sooners at all?
I don't know about trouble, but I do think it's a sign maybe that they're getting a little weary in this streak. You know, you keep winning and winning and winning like they're doing. I think what happens is you start to feel that a little bit. Maybe I don't know if pressure is the right word, but I think they're aware that they're really on to something special here. I don't know if it's cause for alarm yet, but I think it's something to watch a little bit.
Well, they're headed to Baylor next, which is, as you wrote a little bit about today, has been sort of a strange place for the Sooners over the last couple of years. Is there any chance that this could be a potential pitfall in their streak of wins right now? You know,
with a team like Baylor, there's always that chance. They really shoot it. They're a team that likes to shoot a lot of threes. If they get hot, and they're very capable of doing that, it could get sideways real easy on the Sooners. The flip side of that is right now Baylor's in a bad rut. They've lost 5 in a row. You know, at one point they were in the top 25. Now they're really just hanging on to try and be an NCAA tournament team.
Mm-hmm. Well, on Saturday, Tony Crocker came up big. In the past, guys like Willie Warren have come up big, Taylor Griffin. The list goes on and on almost. Isn't that a little bit strange, or what are we to make of that it's a different guy, it seems, every game for these guys?
Yeah, I'm not sure I know what to make of it. You know, it's like it's always who we going to cross out and who's going to be the guy that we're writing about today. And it was Tony the other day. His previous 3 games were not very good. In fact, his game the previous Wednesday night, he was almost like non-existent. And then he jumps up, hits his first 3, hits another one, and he's on a roll, ends up with a career high 7 3-pointers. And so it's been that way pretty much all season long. Like you say, it's been Austin Johnson, Willie Warren, Taylor Griffin. It's really odd how this happens. It's good for them because they know they've always got Blake, but they always need a second guy, and that guy, whoever it may be, seems to, kind of step to the occasion.
You mentioned that the constant has been Blake Griffin through all of this. He continues to roll as much as his team does. That windmill jam he had on Saturday was just monstrous. You almost wonder if maybe that play will become a signature, much like Sam Bradford's cartwheel in the Bedlam game became a signature for his Heisman Trophy campaign. You wrote last week a little bit about Blake Griffin and his chances of Player of the Year. Is it a slam dunk right now?
Right now it is. You know, the more people you talk to, the more that believe that Blake right now is the Player of the Year, and it would almost have to be something catastrophic to stop that. You know, Tyler Hansbrough has a couple of games with Duke that'll be nationally televised to have a chance to really do something there. But, Blake is doing it night in, night out. You mentioned this dunk the other day. He usually, maybe not as good as that, but he usually has one of those per game. And you look at his numbers. The other day, he's 11 of 14, 26 points, a bunch of boards. He's doing that consistently, and people are starting to notice.
Yeah. Let's turn our attention for just a minute to the Sooner women. And they're, like the men, on a roll right now, not really seeming to have any weaknesses in their game. Is it too early to start thinking about potential Final Fours for both of these programs?
I don't think so. I think that's very possible. And this Oklahoma team, too, the game with Tennessee last week, the way they got behind and really came on strong and then distanced themselves down the stretch, you got to like that. They've got a couple of big wins in the conference, obviously. They had a big win earlier at Cal, I thought was big for them. I don't think there's any doubt that you have to throw them into the Final Four mix. It's about time. You want to see Courtney and Ashley get there. They've meant so much to the program. I think there's definitely that chance. And then on the men's side, it's going to be a little tougher. I think the parity is a little bit stronger, but I think the Sooners are going to get a number 1 seed, which always plays well. I think they have a great chance.
Courtney Paris's double-double streak ended in that Tennessee game at 112 games. She's now got a new streak of consecutive games without a double-double. She said on Sunday after the Bedlam win, "I'm in a slump," as only Courtney can say. But we'll go a long time before we'll see anything like 112 consecutive games with a double-double again. I mean, we won't see anything like that again.
Not
will
you
we?
and I don't think. Now, you're younger than me. You might make it. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, if you look through history, the numbers tell you it's not going to happen again. The run was incredible. Just the fact that she's been able to carry this on season after season, through ankle sprains, sicknesses, a lot of different things that will happen to players throughout. Just incredible streak.
Pretty amazing. John will continue to follow the Sooners the final month of the regular season and as they head into postseason. For all the news and analysis, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.